Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. It's happening. Our very own brother Ganduje exposes what is going on with election in Nigeria. In fact, he comes to tell us that politicians are actually behind election violence, not INEC and manipulation of results. He said it's not INEC. Politicians are the ones, and Nigerians are like, wow, are you being serious? Of course, put the maths, do the maths and put it together. You will totally, completely understand where he's coming from. Politicians, sincerely, truly, are behind the election violence. They pay the people, they get those boys and girls who, they feel they can use money to entice them, then they use them. You see, so when you look at the whole thing, INEC is on one side, trying to get the highest bidder come on board. Why the violence itself is caused by politicians. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details as Ganduje puts two and two together for Nigerians on what is going on with election violence in the country. Politicians are behind election violence, election manipulation, not INEC. They are doing all of this and taking over the election process. This is totally wrong. The national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Ganduje, has said politicians are responsible for violence, manipulation in election against peaceful conduct of election in the country. He said it's not the Independent National Electoral Commission's fault. It's not. It's not totally and completely. Ganduje disclosed this while receiving INEC Election Party Monitoring Team APC at APC National Secretariat in Abuja on Wednesday. INEC was at APC National Secretariat for the mandatory annual verification of political parties. The APC National Chairman assured INEC that his leadership has developed machineries to make APC active, and throughout the year, not only during election, INEC is seriously working with all political parties, including APC. Ganduje said he had instructed that all APC officers across the country must be functional. He assured INEC that APC was ready to provide the needed information because the party was strong. According to Ganduje, there is no doubt today is a historic day, the day of reckoning, the accomplishment in terms of relationship between INEC and political parties, particularly the ruling All Progressive Congress. We are developing what we call a National Institute for Progress Studies in order to teach our members the basis of democracy so that the issue of hate speech will be totally eliminated. I know one of the biggest problem of INEC is conducting election is insecurity. Everybody will say INEC, but I tell you sincerely, the people behind this insecurity, election malpractices, and all you see going on in election, all the irregularities are caused by politicians. I can tell you without missing words. And we must go back to the drawing board, ensuring that politicians understand that the election is not just about them. INEC must be resolute not to allow themselves to be intimidated, Ganduje has said. So this is what is happening right now, my people. Ganduje, has come out to say, whether you like it or not, politicians are the ones who spray money at INEC officials. Politicians are the ones who instigate people they use, okay, for this whole purpose. And at the end of the day, see where all this is stemming and how it is now being reflected. He said INEC has gone through a lot, but really, truly, sincerely speaking, most of the blame, if you put it 100%, it says 60% is not with INEC. 60% of that blame, really, sincerely, truly speaking, if we want to quantify it, is actually, truly, sincerely speaking, with the politicians. He said politicians will do anything and everything to ensure that they are the ones who takes over. He said, so politicians are really the ones to be blamed. Wow. What a big eye-opening. What a real issue to deal with. But whether you like it or not, what Ganduje has said is true. To a large extent, politicians are behind what we are experiencing in terms of election violence, much more that is going on. To a large extent, politicians are really sincerely, truly responsible. So INEC was at, APC Secretariat to carry out the annual, checks that they do on party to see that they comply, political parties they comply and ready to go if the next election happens. And this is when Ganduje was making a revelation of this, that this is truly, sincerely what is happening, that they know what, the extent to which Ganduje puts this, politicians, I beg your pardon, push and make sure that the election is met with violence and that people, are not able to sincerely, have the candidates of their choice. He put it down. He says, see, it is politicians. Most often and non-politicians are the ones responsible. So whether you like it or not, politicians are the ones. And you can sincerely, truly understand where he's coming from. You can sincerely, truly understand where he's coming from. So on a more serious note, Ganduje, I think for the first time in a long time, you have said something that is true. Politicians hold a great part in all of this, and every one of us can see that, if we are honest and sincere to ourselves, we may truly be able to come out of the current, situation that Nigerians have come to find themselves. You cannot continue with the same thing over and over again, then expect a different result. It does not just work. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. You cannot do the same thing over and over again, then expect a different result. So every one of us have got a duty to ensure that the right things are done. We can't continue like that. No, we can't. If we want Nigeria to experience, the kind of nation that it should be, where the nation and everyone can feel part of it and enjoy the benefits. It's not just INEC. It's not just politician. It's everybody being honest. You go to some countries, even in Africa, you hardly find, you come and do anyhow, people, they will deal with you. But in Nigeria, what we do? We celebrate those who are causing more harm than good. We praise them. We give them position. Chieftaincy title. We call them names. We celebrate them. Give them big seats and recognize them. It ought not to be so. You see, it ought not to be so. Leave us a comment. Please don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can have all our latest news. Remember, you have a voice, and every one of us must speak out and ensure that we do what is needed to save this country. God bless. Bye for now.